Let's go get him.
Did you say get him? Yeah. Get him. Are brown and beige like this one you see in front of you. The males are kind of a dark gray, excuse me, with orange beaks and orange talons. And there's only about 1,200 of these birds left out here in the wild right now. There's out of 90% of the population that remains live right here on this lake. Their only food source is something called an apple snail. They won't eat anything but apple snail.
Wow.
Matter of fact, if you look on the post just what's below the bird, see the pink stuff that's down there?
The pink thing, yeah, on the post.
Those are their eggs. Yeah, as we actually slide a little bit closer, all around the base of the pole. Don't take this personally. That's just what's going to make me fly. If you look real close right around the base, you'll see there's a couple of empty shells over there. What the bird does is they'll hover along kind of like she's doing right now, and then when she sees a snail, she drops down into a low hover. She'll only dip her talons in the water. Grab hold of the snail, bring it back over here, jump up on top, pick the snail out, and then that's it, instant escargot. Those eggs you see, those eggs can contain up to 1,200 eggs in every single one.
The
That pink stuff you see.
And that's, what is that?
That's the apple snail eggs.
Apple snail eggs.
They come out of the water so that the fish don't get the eggs out of the water.
Right.
The cows over here. These are all private cattle farms alongside. And the cattle do come out here in the water and sit out and feed up on the grass. Nothing out here really bothers them because they're too big. Gators especially, they want nothing to do with this snake. It's too big of a snake for them to try to take off.
Those are pretty wild. Yeah, some white back here on the white pole.
Yeah. Anywhere they can potentially get them out of the water, some on the grass,
Grass over
some
here.
over here. Whatever they
Wow.
can use to get up out of the water, it's good to go.
Cool. head sticking out right there. Right where I'm pointing. See the eyes?
Yeah.
Take a good picture, guys. See it?
Now this is a completely different nesting area like what we had before. This one here is actually built up on the sand, up on side the land there, which is normal. They'll pick one of two places. They'll either find a spot of floating vegetation that they can build it up on top of, or they'll find a spot like this where they can set it up. But they always want to have it in close proximity to the water because they are cold-blooded animals. So they want to be warm, they don't want to be too hot. If they get too hot, they get real uncomfortable. And also their skin can get so burned that it'll actually fall right off. Yeah, they're susceptible to really, really bad sunburns. Now, the easiest way to determine the length of any alligator, take the distance from the eyes to the nose. Whatever that is in inches will be the same in feet. So if you got yourself about 8 or 9 inches, you're going to have yourself about an 8 to 9 foot alligator. Okay?
Interesting.
Like I said before too, when they start off, they're this big. Their growth rate is about 1 foot per year until they get to be about 7 or 8, and it shifts from a foot to only about 1 or 2 inches a year. What they no longer gain lengthwise, they begin to make that up in muscle mass and density, and they never stop growing. They grow right until the very day that they die.
How old do they live?
Out here, between 35 to 50 years in the wild, and in captivity, 70 to 80 years, and even beyond that is not uncommon.
Wow.
Females top off about as big as what you see right here in that 9-foot range, and the males, sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, state limit for Florida, or state record for Florida, 15 foot 3 inches. And I gotta tell you, I've seen a few males out here that are pretty close, and they've been around for a while, but they don't get as big any longer because they do allow a hunting season. They've got to keep them in check somehow, because keep in mind, you look at this lake is 23,000 square acres. We've got 8,000 alligators just on this lake alone, and that's from this big all the way to just unbelievably large males. That's what they know of. That's not even counting what they don't know.
What they don't know.
So the females stay away from the males while they're watching the eggs?
Vice versa.
Okay.
Right. When the females come up, they're solitary. They set up, they lay their nests, and now her job is to protect it. And once they breed, because they're so solitary, the males kind of go off and do their own thing. Males take up about a 2.5 square mile area, territory that they claim for themselves. Once they establish dominance, they'll breed with all the females within their area. And then once the springtime breeding season is done, they go out to the middle of the lake, which most people don't even realize that they're out there in the deeper water. And they're one of the few reptiles that have a 4-chambered heart instead of a 2-chambered heart. They have the capability of going and submerging, closing 2 chambers and lowering their heart rate down to 4 to 6 beats a minute. Alligators can stay underwater for 2 hours. And that's what they do. If it gets too hot, they just go out there during the daytime and they settle in on the bottom, come up, grab a breath, and then go right back down again. Wait for that sun to go down, and then they'll come back out and they'll start hunting, because they are primarily nocturnal.
Okay.
Doesn't mean they don't feed during the day. They do. If the opportunity is there, they'll take it. But believe it or not, they only need to eat once every 2 weeks or so.
Really?
Yep, that's it.
That's it, not every day.
Nope. And then in the wintertime, they can go 2 to 3 months without eating.
What's their primary food source?
Their primaries out here are things like fish, turtles, and birds. Those 3 primaries.
They can just chew on a turtle and tear it up?
Oh, they've got, like a gator that size has the capability of slamming the jaws shut with about 2,000 pounds per square inch of force.
Wow.
So she grabs hold and just crushes, and turtles just pop like a candy shell. All right, I'm going to crank it back up again.